Capricho!
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Cho Super Hyper Podcast. Woo! We're back, and once again, we're going to cover last week's superhero time. We're a day late. We've got birthday celebrations that got carried away.
Oh, yeah.
But again, this is Super Blastex, joined by
Toku Tony.
What's up, guys? How are we doing today?
And it's been crazy.
Has it?
Yeah, well, I mean...
we live together. What are you talking about?
But the transition from what we used to do to what we do now, from not doing the podcast to doing now the podcast.
Getting back to the routine?
Yeah, this is...
Yeah.
It's like we never left. I was talking to Omar about it the other day.
Our brother.
Yeah, by this time... if all that stuff hadn't happened before, I would have already set up the Patreon and like other stuff, like links in or like a link tree and all that stuff for both of us. But because we would already be like maybe 20 episodes in with the +7 episodes that we didn't do. We would have been 20, and I would have
we've been doing 28 right now.
Yeah, Patreon, all the affiliates and all that.
Yeah.
It's crazy because we got back into it, and it's like we never left.
Last week's performance was okay. I did reach out to more than the usual places to advertise it, but it didn't really hit as much.
Oh, okay.
Not much of a difference, but that's fine. We'll get there, I think.
I think so.
But yeah, as usual, if you guys don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening to this on a podcast provider, don't forget to rate us. If you can, leave us a comment. Follow us on Twitter. I'm not going to call it X. TikTok, all that good stuff.
TikTok.
Links will be below. And of course, you can always wait till the end of the show where we'll give you that information. But yeah, as usual, before we get into last week's superhero time, we cover basically how our weeks were leading up to superhero time. I'll go first because I don't really have much. I think if I forget something, I'm sorry. But I just worked. Still working at that school. I've got the special needs kids. It's a lot. But it's not. I don't regret it, of course. Yeah, and I got my first paycheck from the job.
Hey,
I mean, I had this job last semester too, so it's not like woo. But it's nice to be getting paid again.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And
money coming in.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got a package today.
I see that. What is in the mystery package?
Maybe I'll record it for a TikTok.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
record it for a TikTok. Because
take off my address.
I didn't know that came in today, and I haven't seen a Toku collectible box in a long time here. It's been a minute.
I got Spider Kumanos like 2 weeks ago.
Did I see that box?
Right there.
Oh my god, there's 2 boxes behind me.
One of them was the Legend Shoe Gods, and the other one's Spider Kumanos.
Oh.
Spider Kumano.
I like that theme a lot.
And then, also while we were doing the hospital stuff, I got Die Ranger Super Shoto.
Yes.
Super Shoto.
Oh, like Super Shine?
Yeah, Super Shine. But
Super Shine.
Super Shine. Now wait a minute while I'm making mine. Super Shoto.
I can make that a TikTok.
There was a great blog on Saturday after the show that featured the Mega Ranger Super Shoto that's coming up. And it looks amazing. I cannot wait for that set. I really like how considerate they are with this toy line.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get enough of it. Oh, and today we're recording on Power Rangers Day.
Yes, we are. Happy Power Rangers Day, guys.
Happy Power Rangers Day, I guess. I'll give it credit because that's how I got into this whole thing.
Yeah.
So, it's a shame that Hasbro has the license, though. It's a shame. You didn't see this on Twitter.
No?
Did you see what they did?
No, what they do?
They did one tweet for one quote-unquote piece of merchandise. Look it up. Go to... let me see. Actually, you know what? I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But they did a tweet that featured the one piece of merchandise. I don't even tell you what's wrong with it. I'll let you see what's up.
Oh man, it's gonna be good. You were saying about Power Rangers Day. That's an idea that we could do. You got into this Toku stuff, traditionally through Power Rangers. I did not, even though I grew up with it alongside you. We could record how we got into this stuff. That's always a heartfelt, good video. Just for the snippet, I got into it because at the time, a video game had just come out that I was really super into. It was called For Honor. And I really liked the aspect of the Vikings, the samurai, and the English swordsmen duking it out. And I loved especially the Japanese samurai in the game. I thought that was such a cool trailer that they had with the samurai going into the base and slaughtering all the people.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked you, since you were watching the stuff, I said, is there anything that was like stuff that you're watching that has like samurai stuff? Like I love.
You're talking about Sentai.
Yeah, Sentai. I'm like
it's Power Rangers Day.
No, I know, but I was telling you the story of how it started.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch something.
Finish your story before you look at the tweet.
Okay, I wanted to watch something super like samurai-y, and I asked you about it, and you said, "Oh, well, there's this show that came out a while ago. It's called King-Ohger," and that's how I got into it. And I loved King-Ohger.
Well, loved?
It's still my top 5, but it's not my number 1. It used to be my number 1 until Zenkaiger.
Zen. While you're looking at that tweet,
yes.
I had a dream where we were at like a theme park, me and my brother.
My God, the dream, yes.
And there was a food stand or something.
Okay.
And it was crowded by like 5 or 6 people. And we were going to it to see what the crowd was, me and my brother. The family was there too. It was like a Six Flags.
Uh-huh.
The family kept going off to go to a ride, but him and I went to this vendor to see what was up, and they were out. And the vendor told us, no, don't worry, I'll get some more. I'll be right back. So where we were, where the vendor was, maybe like 10, 15 feet away was our hotel room.
Oh, wow.
So we walked to our hotel room. You heard this story?
No, yeah, I know, but I want to be surprised for the podcast.
Okay.
It's a great story.
It's not. It's a dream. Nobody likes listening to dreams. Nobody likes listening to dreams unless they're in it, and even then.
No, dude, I love dream stories. All right, go.
So we go to our hotel, Tony and I, and we're like laying on the bed, like the twin beds that are in hotel rooms, or we're on the floor playing video game. Who cares? Whatever. And then all of a sudden, the vendor who said they were gonna get more came back, and they came to us, to our room. They found our room, and they told us, "Hey, I'm back. You can go back." And we got up and we went, and that's where the dream ended. But the weird thing about this dream was that vendor was Morita Suzuka.
Yeah.
So the actress who plays Shinken Yellow. And A, she spoke English.
That's crazy.
B, this was, I'm pretty sure, was in Texas. Because I remember it being really hot. So that was just the really weird dream for some reason. I dreamt about Morita Suzuka being a vendor at a theme park.
Yeah.
And yeah, not even like having high notoriety or anything like that. It was weird. It's a weird dream.
When you first told me about the dream, the one thing that stuck out to me that was like the best part of the dream was that even though she was a vendor, she was there in Texas at a thing, like at an amusement park. The best thing was that she told us like, "Oh, I'll be back later. I'll get more stuff for y'all." And then she came to our hotel room.
Yep.
And was like, "Hey, I'm back. Let's go. Come on."
Yeah.
That's awesome and
Weird.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I find that so amusing. Love that so much.
So check out that tweet.
I see it right here. Okay.
Actually, let me see if I can bring it up on the screen.
Hasbro Plus.
Pulse.
Hasbro Pulse. I am dyslexic. If y'all didn't know.
So, happy Power Rangers Day. Join us in honoring the legacy of Power More Rangers.
Power More Rangers!
To mark this more phenomenal occasion, we're thrilled to unveil the new Mighty Morphin Power Up fan merch shirt. Now available on Hasbro Pulse. It's Morphin time. Gear up and show your Ranger pride.
Oh no.
So, here's the shirt.
Why is it so ugly?
As I believe Spin Dash pointed out, it is traced Megazord artwork. I guess someone just pointed out, and Spin Dash compiled it. And a tracing of a figure arts of MMPR Red.
Oh my god.
The Rhino Ranger. So, I'm going to say Trini because this is a Power Ranger shirt, but Trini has red on her for some reason. Billy looks purple, indigo at best. Zach looks very gray. The blasters are light blue. You can see on his belt is light blue as well. It's just a mess. Oh, Kimberly's holstered weapon is white. Yeah. It is ridiculous how Hasbro has been treating this brand lately. And this is what they give for the 30th anniversary. It's not even like the 28th or some weird number. Oh, Trini's dagger is red, or some weird number like that. It is the 30th 30th anniversary of this franchise, and this is what Power Rangers fans are treated with. It's wild and so disrespectful.
Yeah.
But there you go. I wonder how many of those shirts they're gonna make actually.
Probably too many. Probably way too many.
Where fans come first. That's pretty good.
All I got was a
30 years
t-shirt.
of legacy, and all I got was a lousy t-shirt. So, Power More Rangers ended up being a thing for a little while today. I saw a bunch of people egging that on for more Power Rangers tweets. Actually, no, I should not ever click on trending and show that.
I clicked on the tag on Twitter, and one of the very first quote retweets is from Spin Dash saying, "I expected nothing today, and I'm still disappointed.
Yeah.
Happy Power More Rangers Day."
Yeah, there it is. 11 hours ago.
Jesus.
Power More Rangers. Yeah, and this tweet from Hasbro Pulse about this shirt was put up 11 hours ago. No, they have not changed it, fixed it, anything.
Wow, it's been 11 hours.
It's still up. It's Power More Rangers still.
So
it's embarrassing.
So what are that's the options, like, so the scenarios here? They posted the tweet, and then no one in the branding or marketing department has looked back at the Twitter replies or any of the news or thing. They just put out the tweet, or are they just sticking to their guns and like this is just a tweet that's gonna stay up?
They think they don't care.
Like, yeah,
I just think they don't care.
It just doesn't matter.
They just don't care. It doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter. Period. And it's sad. It's sad because people have dedicated their lives to this franchise.
Yeah,
They've been with it, like you said, a long time, and that's just what they're met with. We've been getting into it a little bit in the Soto channel Discord. If you guys want to join, that place is really cool. I love it because we talk about toys, and that's what this is, toys.
Soto.
I'm gonna link to this podcast again, so if you guys want to listen, I shouted you guys out. But yeah, we've been getting into just how Hasbro's been treating the brand and comparing it to Bandai America and everything like that. And yeah, it's just a shame, honestly. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's man. So I'm not a Super Power Rangers fan, but just looking at this from an outsider looking on in, this just seems like there's not effort going into any of this anymore. They're just trying to shoot it out up until like the IP is done.
Well, no. The effort, I agree, is done. Like, they're not really trying anymore. And it's not that the IP will be done, because they are icing it. We don't know about a season next year. And the Lightning Collection, their big main toy line for Power Rangers from Hasbro, is not going to get anything new soon. Like, they're not going to be making anything new. And then, like I said, the show's not getting anything. When we talk about it on the Discord, and I ask, like, what's the point of even buying them then? The answer I get usually from, I believe, Floof, usually is they own Power Rangers, so nobody else can.
Okay.
Nobody else can make money off of it.
They're mongling.
I don't know if that's the word, but basically they can just sit on it, and even then, if they don't put effort, there's still gonna be fans who will buy like a Funko Pop of it or a keychain or something.
Yeah,
and they'll still make some profits somehow from that. So yeah, it's very evident that they're not putting the effort in, because the brand is going to be going away for a little while.
Yeah,
and it's just sad. It's unfortunate, but that's where we are.
Man, that sucks. It's an opportunity, definitely. I mean, this is definitely super disappointing, but this is to turn it around on itself. This is a great opportunity to push the people that are into Power Rangers onto the Sentai stuff, to get like actual good stuff into their lives.
Yeah, but the point of Power Rangers was accessibility.
Yeah.
Super Sentai is not easily accessible.
What do you think? So Power Rangers is going away for a little while. Do you think after that happens, Bandai would reacquire it?
No, because I just said, Hasbro owns it, so they're not going to sell it.
But do you think there'd be like a big enough bid for it, like a big enough offer up?
No,
not at all.
No. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it going back to being treated like a Kamen Rider. Well, not present Kamen Rider, because Kamen Rider, at least Shin Kamen Rider got released here, and there's sometimes American DX releases for the toys here.
Right.
If we can get Sentai to be on that level, then I'd be for that. Unfortunately, Hasbro owning it will not let that happen, unless Hasbro's like, yeah, you can do that if we get it cut. Which would really suck, because Bandai, Japan, home Bandai, I don't know, they wouldn't go for that, because then they would not get the full profit of what they could be getting.
Right.
Because whenever they do the Kamen Rider DX belts here, that's just Bandai money, because they're importing it over here. But Sentai, because Hasbro has the license and everything, it's just more confusing and unfortunate, and I blame Haim Saban. But yeah, that's basically. I went on and on.
Well, while you were talking, Soto Pop just made a new video. Just released a new video. Soto Pop.
Oh, cool.
Psycho Rangers are coming, plus in-space prototypes. Soto Pop news.
Yeah.
We met him at Power MorphCon.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
Something that we did not go to this year was Japan World Heroes, which was really, really great from what I heard. Mostly just because of the Sentai appearances that were there, and Kamen Rider appearances. Gaku Sano. Man, oh god. We're definitely going next year, and
We're going to Power Morphicon next year.
Yeah, and Japan
Which
Heroes
man, that's gonna feel empty as hell because if Power Rangers is going away for a little bit, excuse me, what's gonna be there? I mean, we'll be there. You know, there'll be Sentai toys and stuff like they were last year.
Yeah,
but there's not gonna be a representation really because Cosmic Fury is coming out in September, and then nothing after that. There's no real new DX or Lightning Collection toys coming. That's just gonna feel weird to have like
it's gonna be a little empty.
A convention like Power Ranger, like a convention for a show like Power Rangers that usually is yearly, not have anything really there to like. It's gonna turn into like a Star Trek kind of convention thing, or like Firefly or something like that. I don't know.
It's just people going just for the nostalgia.
Yeah, that's
and just to be there to be there.
No, because I mean, we will probably see more actors and stuff. Which I did get to meet like Tyler from Dino Charge.
Oh yeah, you did.
Brendan Mejia, and
the most important one,
Claire Blackwelder.
Cool. Claire Blackwelder.
She's cool. I like her. Kyoyu Violet or Dino Charge Purple. No, Sierra Hanna. Not Gokai Yellow. Super Mega Force Yellow, and Mega Force Yellow.
She was super nice.
Yeah, and of course Captain Marvelous, which was amazing.
Right. From the Toku side.
Yeah. But yeah, we are planning on going to Power Morphicon next year for sure.
Definitely. Catch us there.
So maybe we'll record an episode there or something.
We definitely can, because I have my iPad Pro and we can do mobile podcasts now.
Yeah.
We can be there live at Power Morphicon.
Yeah, and who knows where we'll be in a year. We're gonna be balls deep into Gotchard.
Yeah, definitely.
And
like more than halfway, right?
No, if it's a year from now.
Oh yeah, Gotchard's just starting.
Just about to start.
Oh yeah, because it's in August, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot. Okay. Yeah.
But we will be in the middle of the new Sentai too. So that'll be fun. And
any thoughts, predictions? I know we're still in the middle of.
There's a rumor.
King-Ohger. Oh really?
I'll talk about that after.
Okay. Yeah.
But I rambled on, and I said I didn't have anything planned last week. I didn't really do anything, but you always find something to talk about.
This is what on TikTok it's called yapping. You're just yapping and yapping.
Yeah, I am because I am an unemployed salesman, and I know how to fill the air. I know how to sell stuff, so I can do this anyway.
Definitely,
I know when I should calm down or slow. And I think you should talk about your week because you have a list that you wrote down. So
I on the other hand, I on the other hand, am not a trained salesman.
I'm not trained.
No. Oh wait, what'd you say?
Unemployed.
An unemployed salesman.
I'm not selling anything.
I am not those things. So I can just ramble on and on and on and on, like how I'm about to do right now. So over the past 2 weeks, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Amazon for Geats stuff. In August, everything was officially released on Amazon. Everything up until that point before then was pre-orders, and then everything would be released in August. So there's a lot of deals for Geats stuff and Kamen Rider stuff in general.
Yep. End of show
stuff.
Usually get discounts on stuff.
So there's a lot of things that are on there that are super tempting to get, like the Desire Driver. You could get the Desire Driver with Boost Magnum and Buffa, plus a little, I think, fan or water gun thing it is. At the time when I sent you the thing when I was super excited about doing this, was only for like $60. That is ridiculous. Right now, the price hasn't changed, but you can get the base Desire Driver with nothing for $40. Keiwa's ID Core, which was stupid. You couldn't get it anywhere. It's on Amazon right now. Amazon Prime. Get it 2 days. $20.
That's crazy.
That's still ridiculous. I'm still very on the fence about getting that. But my thing is, it's just super tempting to do it. I mean, I could get all of that for $60 and then just keep it just as like a display thing. But in my mind, I know that the only thing I really want is just, since it has the option, which is great. I think more brands or more Kamen Rider in the future should do this, where it's just the belt.
Yeah.
So I can get just the belt for $40 plus KY's ID core, $20, comes out to $60. And then get Bujin Sword off Toku Collectibles for $90. That's going to come out in December, Japan too.
That's $90?
Yeah, it's $90.
Wow.
Or with what I already did, I don't know if I already told you about this when you sent me the link.
There's a bundle that has a Desire Driver with a Saber figure?
Yes, Saber Silver Knight, I think it is. Is it Saber Silver Knight?
That is Draconic Knight.
Draconic Knight. That bundle has been up there for so long, and
That's
no
so
one has
random.
bought it.
And then a Revice Driver, right? The Revice, yeah, the Revice Driver buckle.
Yes. It's so tempting to just get all of this. I already bought, I don't know if I told you this, I already bought the Memorial Ninja buckle.
Tycoon.
Yeah, Tycoon's Ninja buckle.
Yeah.
It's
It's gonna have voice lines and stuff.
Yeah. So that's coming January 2024.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I can still get the Desire Driver, the Desire Driver, plus Keiwa's ID core, and then that's it. That's all I need. Toku Collectibles also sells the their own version of a DX or a CSM belt extender for like $35-$45 for the Desire Driver. It's pretty legit.
You want to wear this?
I want to wear it, dude.
Oh, okay.
I could go to Morphicon with this, be a true Kamen Rider. Anyway, that's been on my mind for a long time. Just buying more stuff for Toku, because I feel like the excuse I made for not buying a lot of stuff in this show was that they didn't make enough of it. But if I really wanted to, I would. Like how it is right now, which I definitely could. But in doing so, in that mentality that I've had for the past 2 weeks, I made a big Mandarake order. Mostly Soto for the two of us. And you're...
None of... I didn't ask for any of that soda, but yeah.
No, I know. Which is ridiculous. I found out in my Mandarake order, I was going to surprise Blastex here with Nago Beat top and Nago Beat bottom. But we had it already. I didn't know that we had already bought... So, we bought Geats ID 4 and 5. I didn't know that. Or it blanked out of my mind. I have all of that.
3 and 4.
3 and 4? Oh yeah, 3 and 4. That I have not made at all. I have that in storage, and I've been complaining about this whole time not getting this stuff when I have it in my storage this entire time. So whenever I found that out, I felt pretty stupid. But with looking for stuff on Amazon, I found a lot of other drivers that I was thinking about getting. You had sent me a video not too long ago of a driver. Someone had customized their Arc 1 driver to be all cutesy with like Sanrio pink and white. I don't know if you remember sending me that video.
No. But that does sound like the kind of stuff I send.
So it looks amazing, and I never realized how good this Arc driver looks. So I looked it up on Amazon. It's $70, which for a series that's 2 years old, or like this is like a premium Bandai thing. That's amazing. So I'm really tempted to get that. So in that sense, that also led me down the path of, okay, I'm gonna get this driver, this Arc 1 driver. Wouldn't it be
0-1?
Yeah, from 0-1. Wouldn't it be cool to have the driver that is directly opposing Arc as well, Metsubo Jinrai? In the mystery box that I got last year, I got Metsubo Jinrai that is an attachment for the regular 0-1 driver. So then that led me down of, okay, now I need Metsubo Jinrai's, all of their Force Rise progress keys, the Force Rise driver, So I need Jin. I need the Flaming Falcon, the Dodo, Japanese Wolf, and Scorpion. And then it just came out to like too much.
Yeah.
Like everything, all of that, even though the prices are reasonable, came out to too much. I should have done this a long time ago.
Yes.
But I'm still really thinking about that arc driver. It is so cool.
Here's the thing. I think they overproduced those, so you might be able to find it cheaper somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
And remember, we are planning on going to Power Morphicon.
Yes.
Remember, last year you got... Did you just buy the Gaim driver?
Yeah, I did.
That's it? That's the only driver you bought?
Yes. I did get a bunch of collectibles from the Grab.
Yeah, a bunch of
stuff.
other gimmick items?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the only driver that I actually got, which was a pre-owned one, not in a box, was the Sengoku driver.
Yeah.
And a few CSM Luxies.
Yeah, so, remember, they could have that stuff next year.
Yes, definitely.
For a more reasonable price. And you get it right there.
Yeah.
You have to wait for shipping. The other thing.
Uh-huh.
Was this all a build-up? Because I hope it was. To you saying that you pre-ordered the Gotchard driver before you won it in 3 years?
No. Haven't gotten the Gotchard driver. So, my opinion on that, I don't see any, like, value in getting that right now. Like, the gimmick of it is, like, cards and all that. I'm sure we'll find it amazing in, like, 6 months' time. But right now, it just doesn't seem very appealing to me.
Rumor is the third writer of Gotchard is...
DivKid.
So you're gonna want it.
Right. I'm not sure how much it is on Toku Collectibles. I'm assuming for a reasonable price. I hope for a reasonable price, but I don't know what about 01 made me really want all those drivers. Metsubo Jinrai itself is so cool in the aspect of that it's 4 people in one that becomes Metsubo Jinrai. And that I'm so like collectors, like a collector's mind, that if I get Arc, then I need to get the opposing person's driver, and then I need to get all of their things and all of their stuff and all the accessories for that.
Gotchard driver complete set. Comes with 9 Ride Kemi cards.
Oh.
The Gotcha driver and the Gotcha draw holder. Japan. Oh, it's going to be an American release too.
Oh, hey.
Comes out in November. It's $95.
Wow. Hey, I'm doing that right now.
The 9 cards are Hopper, Steamliner, Camantis, and then others.
So we missed out on the opportunity to get Gotchard's card pack Series 0. I saw it on Amazon for $56.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I'm not in. No, the card thing I don't like. I'm not gonna ever. No, I'm not gonna back that.
Series 00 has all of there's no duplicates. There's no pull raider factor in it. I think that's a safe bet to get.
I mean, sure, but...
So I think 00 is a safe bet to get. Everything else after that can be random pulls or Mandarake orders.
So then, like you're saying, you want to get the opposing one. There's the Valva Rusher, or Valva Draw Buckle, which is the bad guy, or the evil rider, not Kamen Rider thing.
Right.
In Gotchard.
Uh-huh.
And that is also on Toku Collectibles.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's already up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for a long time, huh? On Toku Collectibles too, the Arc Driver reissue. Oh no, it's sold out. Sold out.
And then there's the gun, the Gotchard gun. That comes with 3 more cards.
You know what sucks about... So I use shop.com to buy through Toku Collectibles because it gives me that pay in 4 option. if you use shop.com itself or like the app to look in Toku Collectibles like web front store page, it doesn't have a lot of the stuff that's on the website right now, or it's difficult to find just the wording and the phrasing that you have to use.
All of these come out next month, by the way. I mean, the Valvadrar guy and the gun comes out next month.
Jesus.
So does the belt and the buckle thing, or the holder thing.
Uh-huh.
But the American release is in November.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's the other thing, is if you want the American stuff, it is going to get here a little later. But it's going to be cheaper, and it is going to be, the same, but later. So, I didn't mean to peer pressure you into doing this if you didn't want to or whatever, but the end of Geats, and you want to get the Geats stuff. And then, you're talking about 01.
Well, that's just because at the time 01, I didn't have the money for stuff like that, but now I do. And it's so tempting to just like get the stuff that I wanted back then now. But I see what you're saying. Getting the stuff at the end of the show, it's a lot harder, a bit more expensive. It is also a bit risky. Thinking that I'm gonna like these things eventually, so getting them now, that's also a risky part of it. But
that's why Bandai has all those videos. Band Money?
Yeah.
Where
they show off the stuff.
Show off the stuff that's coming up. And you get a feel, just from watching it, you get a feel if you like it or not. That I think is for people like you who don't know if you're going to be into it. I'm locked. I'm every Sentai mini plot I'm getting from now until the end of time. So
no, I know.
The new ones.
And every Yudo as well.
Yeah, Yudo and mini plot retail and SMP Sentai.
For me, I think
even if I didn't watch like Live Man, Live Man does look cool. I never saw the show, but I got that SMP. I have Denji Man. I never saw that, but I have that SMP.
Oh, currently unavailable. 00.
For what?
300 on Amazon. Currently unavailable. Someone bought them all.
Oh, the cards.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like either. People are gonna buy all of them and then sell them.
Yeah.
One by one. I don't want to think about that.
Unless they do the thing where they just reissue all of the primary cards, or do like a thing like a memorial thing where they have the. That's
what I'm thinking. And then again, you could wait till Gottschalk's over and get the memorial version of that belt.
Yeah, which is what I did for Tycoon, because I wanted that thing so bad and I couldn't get it just because of the production issues.
The ninja belt.
Yeah, the ninja belt buckle.
Yeah.
So that was that for the Mandarake order. A lot of people in the Toku sphere, I guess, community, on TikTok, I've been following. And as I follow one creator, it's like, okay, this person is following these other two people that that are also Toku people, just because the name and all that. But then I go through my For You page and it's another Toku person on TikTok, but it says followed by these two people. So as I'm following more people in the Toku sphere, I am getting videos from other people that I don't know that they're following. So a lot of those people that I've been following and seeing that just pop up randomly have been liking my video about the podcast that's on TikTok and then following me back. So
do you have a link to the podcast in your TikTok?
No, I have a link to your page on the podcast.
The YouTube?
Yes. No. To your TikTok page. Yeah.
No, put it to the YouTube.
I can't because it's not my YouTube account.
I'm not saying. I'm just put the URL there.
Oh yeah. I do have a link to my YouTube that has that our TikTok video on the thing. No, I know. But I do have a link to my YouTube video about it. The people that I've seen that have, like, I like them, follow them because they're following someone else, and then just that vice versa thing, following you, following them, is a new person. Juku Collects. At the time, they only had 27 followers. I'm not sure what they have now, but they were followed by K20, which is a great artist and publisher of like prints or patches that are super good, and a nerd named Mark, which I'm not sure if you know who that is, and a great username that I had never thought of. That's totally obvious. It Takes Two to Toku. At It Takes Two to Toku.
Yeah, they're known. I've seen them on Twitter before.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen them before, and I'm following them now on TikTok. They're awesome. The video they make are so cool, and their cosplaying is great.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is Henti Senti. That's a person that does voiceovers. They're like a voice actor, and they do like comedic videos. The one that I found them from was Spider-Og talking to Bata-Og. That's such a funny video. Like news in the week. Another one, According to Donnie. He's cool. He does a variety of stuff like pop culture. The first thing I saw him was talking about King-Ohger's going into space and Cosmic Fury. And Sun E Rose, a cosplayer who I found from their cosplay of Human Gear. From not last year, from a while ago, that I didn't realize, and then I saw their video again this time, and I was like, oh, this is a person that knows Toku. And I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Those are really cool. Kind of shout them out, let people know about them. It would be cool to like have a community with this podcast, to reach out to different people, bring everyone in. I know that's already a thing that's happening, but for us, it would be great. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Something else that happened is there is a new shop down the street from us.
Oh yeah.
A new shop down the street that is really promising. It's called 777 Asian Food Market, or Asian Food Mart. And they're a local owned business that sells the stuff that I usually get at Dido, which is like the foodstuffs, hot food, like ready to eat go, all the beverages, any like international stuff like that, like the ramen and the chips and ice cream. They've been here since July, the end of July or the beginning of July. And it's looking really good. Like they're getting new stuff. They're still like starting up, but I really like that they're like right down the street. It's like super local. And I asked the dude at the cashier if they had any Ornament C, because I have to go all the way to Dido on Westheimer to get Ornament C. And he said he'll look for it to see, with his vendors, and he'll see about getting it to the store. So I could have an Ornament C hookup.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. And I hope that this place can last. Because usually small businesses in this area don't usually last very long.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that this one stays up because it seems like genuinely great.
Yeah.
Something else, like for TikToks and stuff like that, I bought recently a top-down stand that you just hook up to your desk, and you have a tripod mount, and you connect your phone or webcam to it, and it's a straight-up top-down view. It is so cool. I've used it once already, just for testing out a video. It came out really good, but the quality is not that great. Me and Blastex are going to use it to do stuff like what he wants to do with his new Two Collectibles order. Building and showing off the stuff that we get. And this is a good opportunity for me to show my backlog of Soto.
It's a good excuse to get through your Soto.
Yeah. And also just to show off all the manga that I have in a convenient enough way. I just love that I'm getting like super invested into this. Before, I've had hobbies where it's like I get into it for a little bit, and like either it's too expensive or it's not interesting to me. It just grabs me and then that's it. This is like something that I want to like go with. Like I'm running with it right now. And very excited for this.
Yeah, and I do hope it sticks because, like you said, you do move on from things pretty fast.
Yeah. I have had a lot of hobbies, a lot of different weird hobbies,
Yeah,
and it seems like this one is sticking.
spending money.
Yes, spending money.
That's the constant. That's your hobby.
I like
Spending money.
I do like to spend money.
That's the constant. Yeah.
I do like to get things.
Is that your list?
There is 2 other things.
Okay.
But not super important. My car or my truck, sticker is expired.
That's not. You're right.
Yeah.
Go keep going though.
It's man, you and me were going somewhere, and I had noticed it like while we were on the highway, and I was a little freaking out because there's always constantly cops on the highways going back and forth from where we are, and the place that we were going is very cop heavy. So I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna get pulled over. You're gonna see my stickers expired. That's gonna be a whole thing. There goes my new equipment money, or my Toku Collectibles money. Thankfully it didn't. I got all that stuff sorted out. But man, that was... Jesus. Check up on your paperwork, guys. We live in America.
Well, part of it is that we were in the hospital and we didn't have a chance to look at that.
Yes. And also, another big thing. Shout out to my friend for a while now. Jeez. Don't even remember the first time. At Bunny Gal, BUNNIE_GAL. She's a friend of mine, an artist friend that does a lot of really great work. She just recently had a pop-up, what do you call it? A pop-up vendor mart where she showed off some of her prints and some of the digital artists and stuff like that she's been making, along with her partner that's also an artist. Super cool artist couple. She is helping me make a print of one of my favorite series. I don't know if y'all have been listening. Mao Yusha, which is a series that I love absolutely. That's an obsession of mine. I've gotten like through Mandarake and like Amazon Japan, all of the things that you can get for that show. And she's helping make a commission of a portrait of the 2 of the main characters. And I am super excited about it because I really like her art style. And I like the character so much. I'm going to have it pinned up on my wall. And I've gotten a lot of stuff from her in the past. So shout out to her. She is great. In that sense, in that vein, do you think about doing commissions?
Yeah.
For Toku
Thanks
stuff?
for calling me out. I owe 2 drawings to 2 people.
Oh, cool.
I gotta do them soon. But yeah, the hospital stuff really knocked it out of me.
Yeah.
I'll work on those. If you guys are listening, you know who you are. I'm sorry. Hopefully tomorrow I'll work on them soon. I'll say soon because I don't want to promise anything.
You just sent me a picture of the progress. I'll open that in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that was everything for my list. I'm super excited about that print coming up. Shout out to all the Toku people on TikTok. Content coming there soon from the both of us. Shout out my artist friends. And yeah, that was my whole week. Last 2 weeks. I can yap.
Cool.
I can yap a lot. I also like the equipment that we have right now. This is also a thing that I've been doing. I get down a rabbit hole of like a lot of different stuff, like the equipment that we have and like the setup that we have. No one else does it like this. I've been watching a lot of other podcasts and Toku related stuff. Every Toku content creator that I've seen does it differently in the way that they have their equipment, the way they have their channel set up, or just the way that they make the content specifically. No one else does it like this, like how we're doing in OBS with these 2 mics and like just this slideshow presentation thing.
Mm-hmm.
No one else does that. I find that so interesting.
Other people are showing their faces.
Yeah, because other people are showing their faces, or other people are showing like their reactions or like the actual videos up right there.
Yeah.
No one else does it like this, and I think that's a really good, unique part of it that we do.
I wonder how fast people run away if they ever saw my face.
Don't say
They
that.
would like unclick. the
Oh, no.
video. Yeah, I've thought about that, but I don't think I need to. Maybe you would like to. I think you have stuff
Yeah. No.
on your YouTube that has your face.
Oh yeah. But also it's so. I lost my train of thought. What were you saying? Or what was I saying? I lost my train of thought.
Oh, we're unique in what we show.
Yes, we are unique in what we do and how we do what we do, using just to unveil the curtain. We use OBS to record everything, and we have 2 mics going into one computer that is used for both channels, 2 channels through OBS. If we're doing like regular podcast stuff, they don't do it like this at all. It's like they use programs and like a specific podcast program and like really super high quality, like super expensive mics, and they have it going like through XLR, through a mixer or through an interface, and then they have that going to another person on the side that does the volumes and the mixing and all that real in time. It's just so interesting to me that we do it like this, because we were like, whenever we first started this, just going along as we go, like improving step by step in like how we do the things that we do now. Is so strange, because every time you look on a video for like how to start a podcast, it's always like the same few things. You need a mic, you need an interface, you need a specific audio program, you need to set up your tripods and your cameras and all that, and then you have to put that all into an editor and send it out like that, and then you have to send it out to another editor. We just do it so simple and easy, and it comes out so great still, and I love that. And that we do it step by step, or that we did it step by step like this. It's cool to me. Interesting. Whatever. That's my rant. Or that's my spiel.
You ready to talk about SHD?
I think so.
All right. We've already been talking for almost an hour. Just letting you know.
Oh, cool.
And we're gonna talk about 2 finales.
Yes, 2 finales.
We're just gonna. I want to not speed through them, but we'll give our thoughts, because it's it's gonna be a little bit, because we're gonna talk about the whole show. So first up, Geats.
Yes.
Geats is over.
Geats is done.
We've talked about a bunch of the toys, a bunch of the DX items and stuff today. But now let's talk about the actual show that advertised them. What do you think?
Oh man, like overall or just the finale?
You can do both.
Overall, I think Geats was a great experience. When it had its ups and downs, I think the story switched tones dramatically a bit too many times. I think overall it was a good drama, a very good drama. Not necessarily a great Kamen Rider show, but a very good drama in that I like the characters' dynamics and stories, specific attributes.
Interesting.
This finale, for me, really, it was very good. I loved it so much. In that it had a great sentimental message to it, and that it wrapped up a lot of character stories. In that, it's sort of, they have their own thing that they're doing. And
Yeah.
I like that aspect of it as well, and that there's still that open door for future stuff that we see right here, more DGP, but except good this time.
Yeah. We'll leave it on that for a little longer. Yeah. It's interesting what you said about it was a good drama, but maybe not a writer show.
Yeah, not necessarily a great writer show.
Because that's kind of what happened with Don Bros last year. Don Bros was a freaking drama.
Yes.
and the Sentai stuff sort of took a back seat. And I think we even said that when we talked about the finale. I don't see that for Geats. But I did see a lot of similarities between Dawn Brothers and Geats. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Geats was okay. I liked parts of it. I liked Lopo. I liked Neon.
You like Sumuri?
Oh man, MVP.
You like the Gorals?
There were things, and I did think I talked about this last week about what they could have done with the DGP.
Oh yeah. Missed opportunities.
I didn't think that they would like cover that on the last episode, of course. So my mind was already made up on how I felt about the show. And it was a good ride. It's just, and I kind of ask this a lot whenever it comes to shows that have like gods or godlike powers. And again, we're just gonna spoil this.
Oh yeah.
So you shouldn't be listening to this unless you want to be spoiled. When it comes to like gods and godlike powers and stuff like that, and this is just me being nitpicky, or Kamen Rider usually, is why didn't they just do this the whole time, or why didn't this just happen? Homeboy here, not Michinaga,
not Buffa.
Regard or Regad, whatever. He has that like reverse time thing.
Yeah.
There was a point in the show where he reversed time to before they became riders, or before they got special powers, is what he said.
Yeah, before they became special.
Yeah. Just keep doing it until they're babies, and then step on the babies. Like,
I mean, yeah, that is definitely the
and
the
I know
easy
they
way
can't
out.
do that, and writing a plot and everything like that. But that's the issue that I see whenever we do get into that kind of thing where you play with time, or you get these godlike powers. Like, even the way Geats beats Regad, he like assimilates him. He gets inside his body and then like just dissolves him or whatever. Yeah, that could have happened a lot longer ago, right?
Yeah.
But again, I get it. It's for the sake of the show, the writing and everything. Wow.
It's 10:30.
But every time you do get, like I said, godlike powers or stuff like that, I can't help but have that in the back of my mind. Like, well, what really? And for me, the way you get out of that is you don't give them those powers.
Okay.
I like it more whenever they don't have. I think my main thing was the a time thing, because Gaim became a god.
Yeah.
He wasn't controller of time.
No, he was just a fruit
He wasn't
god.
the controller of creation either. So Regad kind of was, his thing was he controlled time, and then Geats was a creator, power of creation.
Yeah.
Geats overpowers that by a lot because he can just create whatever he wants, which we see in the episode where he gives them back their buckles and their base forms, basically.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I always liked that whenever final episodes of Kamen Rider, the final boss is beaten with like base forms.
Yeah.
I love that. I always love that. I'm never not gonna like that.
It's just like X-Aid.
They all do that. All of them do that.
Yeah.
I know we haven't seen very many end episodes of these of shows. I mean, we've been watching since X-Aid live.
Yeah.
Bill did it.
Yeah.
I think Zio did it. I'm pretty sure. 01 definitely did it.
Yeah.
Saber, I believe. Yeah, Saber did it, but they call it a different form.
They call it a different form.
And then same with Revice.
Revice is...
They did it, but they had the same, the ultimate stamps.
Right. It's the ultimate... It's like the... How do you say? The apex.
Yeah.
It's the best of the best that could have been the base.
And then here also, they did it, which was, like, again, I like that because it's a nice throwback. Why'd that make it sound like we haven't seen that many Kamen Riders? X-Aid build, Zio, 01, Saber, Revise, Geats. Yeah, we've only seen, and Gaim. Okay, me, because I know you've seen more.
I've seen
I've only
Kuga
seen
Decade.
8 full riders.
I've seen Kuga Decade and a little bit of Blade.
Kuga, Decade, Ryuki. You haven't seen her?
I didn't finish Ryuki.
Okay. But anyway, that is definitely a trope. And it does kind of happen in Dime, but not really, because they power up.
Yeah.
That fight's amazing.
I like how you were saying with, they beat it with the base. They have their final forms here, but they really like went to the base. It wasn't like, this is your final form, but it's so powerful that you can use base, and now you're so powerful that base is godlike.
Yeah.
It's no.
Yeah. No, it was straight up base.
Yeah, it was just straight up. They were just normal guys. They got their belts, and now they're base.
And what I liked about it so much in X-Aid was that they used base. The little chibi version.
Oh yeah,
that was
little
great.
guys.
Yeah.
Level one.
So yeah, here he is. Stop pausing. Oh no, he's not even pausing. He's accelerating fast. Like he's moving so fast.
Yeah, he's clocking up.
He can move her to kick him instead. Blurry pictures.
The best kind of pictures.
But
that's when he reversed time.
Yeah, so he reversed time or whatever. It wasn't a bad show. Not really. I mean, it did have, like you said, highs and lows.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to personally strangle the character of Daichi, Nat Sparrow.
Yeah, Nat
not
Sparrow.
The actor. He did a good job to make me hate him, but that character, I don't think ever at all deserved to be redeemed.
No.
Especially like an episode later. No.
Yeah.
No. And then the whole thing with the Jamato sort of just wrapped up. However, there is going to be a V Cinema that comes out like November?
Yeah.
Or maybe January.
And what does that do?
A V Cinema that's going to cover the true secret of the Jamato will be revealed or whatever.
Yeah, like what they are, what they do.
And that's where Buffa gets his... Mao was the name that the community was using.
Yeah.
That's what it was going to be, but it's not that. It's Bloizen.
Yeah, it's poison.
Ploison.
No, I know.
Oh.
But it's buffalo poison.
No, Ploison.
Ploison?
Yes. But anyway, that not getting resolved in the show is a shame.
The story reason for that is the Deus Ex Machinas in the show really outweigh the really good parts of the show, because the Deus Ex Machina for Nat Sparrow is that they need the Jamato still in the show, because that was never finished.
Did they though?
So that's the thing. They could have ended the Jamato as like, this is the DGP's creation. They brought it to this world.
Yeah.
And we have the farmer that's DGP affiliate. He died. No more Jamato. We can end the story there. But adding Daichi as that replacement to him, being that he was so close to the farmer for his evil backstory thing, which he was evil for like the entirety that he was in the show.
The farmer or
Daichi?
Archimedes? Oh yeah.
It's just super convenient. I don't like that part of the show. I don't like all the conveniences, which is why I say it's not a super great writer show.
What's his name? The guy who wrote this is the guy who wrote X-Aid.
Yeah.
And 01. He has some kind of like agenda where at the end everybody has to live together.
Yeah.
And
which there's nothing wrong with that initially. There's nothing wrong with that like base premise, but
Yuya Takahashi,
the way he does it,
it's because he does it, and he does it so often. So in X8 it was the Bucksters. Now, fortunately for the Bucksters, they come when a person comes back, they look like themselves, and they just are a Buckster now. So really, it's fine. They just live life.
Love life.
01, they could come back as an AI. They have their little thing in their ears and everything.
With the Huma gear.
And I'm not going to get into 01 and how I did not like that people cared that AIs died. AIs.
Robots. Huma gears.
because it's a robot and you just make another one.
Yeah,
oh, but his memory, you can back it up, you idiot.
But human sentimentality.
No.
Plastics.
Plus, why do they look like human? Anyway, it's fine. At 0-1, I have issues with. But like Izu dying did not affect me at all.
It was,
I was like, oh, she'll be back.
So I don't remember. I blocked, as I'm thinking about 0-1 with the drivers and all that. I blocked a lot of the memories while watching the show.
Yeah.
I think only because I was super loving it, and every episode you were super hating on it. I go back to watch clips, and I don't remember any of that show.
Yeah,
but I know that I liked it.
Because you were just like, oh, he doesn't like it, so I like it.
Yeah. Or no. It was more like I liked it so much that you not liking it made me like regress to like, okay, the show doesn't matter in my mind.
But in this one, the Jamato,
yes,
what can they do?
Nothing.
When they have the memories of somebody?
Oh, they can revert to the person.
They can look like yeah.
Yeah. If they have enough of their DNA. No, I don't even think it was that. If they are copying that person for such a long amount of time, they are just that person.
They have their memories. They have their ID cord.
Yeah.
So, same thing.
Yeah, with the Buxers.
Yeah. And the idea that they have, like, again, they have to live together to make peace or whatever. Then the way to get out of that is to have them look like people, right?
Possibly.
I mean, that's not moral because they're not going to look like what they should look. It's like Skrulls.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of. I haven't seen Secret Invasion. I want to, but that came out when we were in the hospital.
I hear you.
But it's the same kind of thing. Why not just? But I don't want to get deep into that because I've already made clear how much I didn't like the Jamato or Daichi or that whole thing. Blurry pictures. I just got this because it was funny how he just zoomed by.
Oh yeah. So spoilers. This is a good.
He has a bike.
Yeah. Oh right. He has
Kamen Rider.
He has the least amount of screen time with the bike of all Kamen Riders.
No, apparently that might be Geo.
Geo, really?
Saber.
No, Saber.
Oh, do it. You don't even know what it looks like.
I don't remember Saber's bike.
Yeah, do you remember the ATV?
I do remember the ATV.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, since it's already super spoiled, I really like, and I'm not sure if this is super unique. We've only seen 8 Kamen Riders, or more from.
I got some good pictures, by the way.
But I love that they kept. Oh my God! Look at Tycoon. I love the show for him. His character, like I said, it's a great drama. His
butchered
character,
at the end, but yeah.
Yeah, butchered. But the direction that they went with a little iffy, in my opinion. His story is amazing, and his family story is amazing. It's so great. Anyways, the way that they resolve these characters is the secondary writers. The second, third, and fourth writers are fine. It's like how they were before. They still have their memories from before, and they still have their Neon still has Kyun.
Yeah.
But they still have their memories and all that. But something different that I don't think we've seen before is that they kill off Geats. Like, officially in the show, he is dead.
Yeah.
He is officially not a physical human anymore. He has transcended to deity. I haven't seen that before with a writer where they legitimately kill the main writer at the end of the show. Can you think of that? Because I'm drawing a blank in my mind, and I thought that was super unique to this show, and that's why I really liked it. That how you were saying with like how Tycoon became evil. It's repetitive. We've seen it before. It's boring at this point. This is something that's really cool that they could have expanded upon. But
I do know some examples, but I haven't seen the show, so I can't back it up.
Okay.
And it is going to be spoilery if you ever want to go back into them.
Oh, dude, I'll forget about it.
Apparently Blade dies at the end of his show.
Oh, I knew that.
Then what the hell? What?
He's dead, but he's still in the show. It's like either he dies or his world dies.
Yeah. So there's one example.
But he's still alive in the show. No, I mean like he's alive because the world is alive. If he dies, then the world dies. He's not dead, but he does die in a sense. But he's still like alive. Here's how he can come back. This guy is dead, but he's not coming back as a human. He transcended to a god. Anything he does after this is like him being a deity. Is what I'm trying to say. Like he changed modes.
I don't want to spoil the other one, but there's another one. I like this part of the show because it's when the three riders are running forward, but Geats hangs back.
Yeah,
because he's like, "Yo, y'all go, fuck this dude up."
They do on this guy 3 rider kicks 3 times on him.
Yeah,
and I love that so much because it just shows like the different abilities that they do, like this right here. And when a cool thing for the show that I love when someone uses buff a sword when he's not using it, like they do the poison, like okay, what move the splash? Yeah. I love that so goddamn much. Yeah. And Geats beaten up on Suel, and rider kick to save the day. This is a rider show. And then Geats taking over his body, obviously, and that's how he does it. Oh yeah, and Punk Jack.
And that's the end of that.
Oh yeah, and Punk Jack. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he came back. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, they're dead. All right. Okay, cool.
Everybody's gone. Management's gone. Geats.
Hey, it's his promotional outfit, guys. Look, he's back from before the first episode. Look at him. And he's dead. They have a grave for him and everything.
Shrine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shrine.
So this is confusing to me because she says that everybody forgot about Ukiyo Ace, but these wishes are all to him. So it feels like the situation in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No Way Home. No Way Home? Yeah, No Way Home.
Oh yeah.
Where everybody forgot Peter Parker, but not Spider-Man.
Right.
It kind of feels like that here, where everybody forgot Ukiyo Ace, but doesn't forget Geats, and Geats is the thing that's the god.
So I was looking up this section specifically because I was also confused on that. The wording that she used is that the world will forget about Ace, but that leads into not his friends, or not like the writers will forget about Ukiyo Ace, just the world will. So like how right here they have the shrine, like how you said, for No Way Home for Geats, but his friends still remember him. Like all of the writers that we know so far remember Ace. In that way. I think that should have been explained a little bit more, but that's just me being nitpicky. I also love Michinaga's wish.
Eat more meat.
He wants to eat delicious meat. I hear you.
I made sure to get this picture because he's smiling, and that's weird.
Yeah, he's an emo boy. Oh, she had the best wishes. Golly.
Just kept going.
Kept going.
But I like that.
Oh, this guy's soaked. Good night.
Sorry, our brother walked in real quick.
Nice.
I got that you got to be a writer. Oh, you know what? I never even thought about getting her.
If only just to die.
Head.
She's there.
No. I've not seen her solo at all.
Well, I guess they didn't make.
Oh my god!
I guess they didn't make her.
Oh my god! I gotta keep an eye out for that. I doubt they'll make her, even though she was in a couple episodes.
4 at least.
Surprise! Kyun is her.
We haven't seen Kyun in a long time.
I like this picture a lot. Do you see that guy in the back?
Yeah, is that Drive?
Drive.
It looks like Kamen Rider Drive.
No. Iki.
Iki? What do you mean?
Iki. From Revice.
That's not him.
No, but remember the intro?
Yeah, no, where he's running out of the burning building, or like he's walking out. Yeah.
Ooh, that was loud. I'm sorry.
I'm glad that
I saw this on Twitter or on Discord or something. Somebody already made that joke. Yeah, that's.
he's gonna undo his tie and
it's
smirk maniacally.
that'd be a cute way to again tie everything in, because at the end of Saber, they had a Humagear in the audience.
Yeah, and at the end of this episode, Geats is looking over.
Yeah, but they do that every year. I'm talking about tying into the stuff in the past.
Okay, I mean I see what you're saying. What I was gonna say is Geats. I haven't seen this theory floating around. It probably is already a thing. I just haven't read into it. Geats remade the world to everyone to be happy, and you only have as much happiness as you are willing to desire for it. We see him looking at Gotchard at the end of the episode. I haven't seen this yet, but if he remade the world, now there's no DGP in that world. Is there a possibility that he could have made a new rider so that everyone else could move on? He could have made Gotchard with his creation deity powers.
Yeah, that's the idea. But that would imply
that it's connected.
That they're connected.
But
they hardly ever are.
Yeah, it's no official link.
Except for, I think of it as a connection whenever we see the past in the current show, because that means they didn't forget. But if we see the new stuff, that's just promotion. That's just promotion for the new show. Like, hey, get excited for this one.
Yeah.
But when seeing that Humagear and Saber, because Saber's dog shit, seeing the Humagear and Saber, I was like, whoa, I guess Saber and 01 are the same kind of continuity or something. That's why this is funny, because seeing quote unquote Iki walking in the background with the suit and tie, that it's not, but it'd be funny if it was.
Yeah.
At the end of Geats, it's like, oh, I guess, and even then, at the end of Revise, Geats got the item box. Remember that?
Yeah, he got the item box from Iki.
Yeah.
Because that was their area location for the DGP.
Yeah. How would in the DGP, how would Iki not be chosen to be a Kamen Rider?
Oh, right.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's not the point. Gene. I just take these end of the show interactions as promotion for the new one.
At just face value.
Yeah, and that's why I like the Sentai ones, because they're so they're taken out of the show. They don't interact with what's next.
It's very ceremonial.
It's ceremonial, and in the past it was just in a black void.
Yes.
Or a white void.
Love Dawn Brothers for that.
But starting with
Real Soldier, there was ruins in the back.
No, starting with
Real Soldier's send off, or I think coming in, there was ruins and plant stuff, vegetation in the background in the black void.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about in the show.
Oh,
in Kira Major, do you remember what Kira Red's last drawing he did was?
No, was it the next?
It was Zenkaiger.
Oh, really?
Remember he drew it in colored pencil and everything? Yeah, so, and then in Zenkaiger, it wasn't in the episode, but Zenkaiger Black is already the link, but
yeah.
Don Momotaro and him do a handshake or whatever.
Yeah.
Then Don Momotaro even showed up in Zenkaiger
for the last episode, and they transformed and combined into Tiramigo. Not Tiramigo.
Yeah. It's Juran.
Yeah, Juran.
But that was 10 episodes before the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don Momotaro showed up early, and then in Dawn Brothers, King-Ohger showed up. The mech.
Oh yeah. The whole mech showed up.
The whole mech showed up.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when that happens in Sentai, every time they're like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
They address it and what every time.
Who was that? How'd that happen? What is this?
Because in Zenkaiger, when Don Momotaro showed up, everyone was like, "Who? What? What?" And then in Dawn Brothers, when King-Ohger showed up, they were like, "What? What? What?" So that's funny to me. They don't address it, but it still happens. And it's sort of like them being aware, like, oh, yeah, they're just pushing the new one. They're just. But I'm not saying these aren't special. They are.
No, I get it.
But I think you shouldn't take them so seriously.
Yeah.
And I mean people, the fans. They should just take them for face value. Oh, it's just, the handshake that Sentai used to do.
Mm-hmm. That's probably why I haven't seen that theory going around. Because I just thought about it and I was like, why aren't people talking about this?
Yeah, because it's probably not. Because again, if Geats, a Kamen Rider, sees evil happening, no, not anymore.
Right.
Yeah, because he's a god. Which you would think would be the thing here. I don't want to talk about that yet.
So
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Not about that yet, because I have some things to say about
one more thing about the Sentai handshakes. They do this little promotional thing in the middle of the show, well, near the end of the show, like King-Ohger showing up in numbers, like Momotaro showing up in Senkaiger, but they still do have that handshake at the end.
Yes.
So they do the promotion, hey, get hyped for this show coming up in a couple months, but they still do the promotional, like, hey, actually, handshake. Yeah, and then here, they don't even meet. They don't even interact with each other.
No, it's just him.
He just keeps looking.
As a visage, I guess.
Okay, you ready to ace with this?
No.
Okay.
I want to talk about the story overall. I think the strongest point of the show was definitely not Ace. I think it was Keiwa and his overall. I'm just super biased towards secondary writers, and I think towards just Kamen Rider, like the idea of that in general, because Keiwa is just cut and dry Kamen Rider. He is a Kamen Rider. He has fought through despair, and he's come out a better person, looking for world peace, which was his wish at the end of the show. It's very cut and dry Kamen Rider, and I think that's what makes this show so great, is that it had great supporting cast that are as equal to, if not greater than, the main character, which being here Ace. I like that you can pick out certain things from the main cast that can really elevate the show in its own right. That can make just the overall show better for everyone. Like, if you don't like Ace for a certain reason, you can really like Keiwa's story, or Nago's story, or Buffa's story, or Daichi's story.
You'd be wrong.
But I really like that. Again, it was a great drama, and I love dramatic stories, and that's partially why I love Kamen Rider so much, is that it's super dramatic and super like trying to be mature, and I love that for this series, everything about it, character story-wise, ended up being super positive, and nothing became muddled except for Daichi. That's a big one. That's never gonna live that down.
And in terms of the full story, there were some weird things that pulled down, in my opinion, the show as a whole. But it's the same kind of thing that happens to most writer in the middle of it. The middle arcs of Kamen Riders, to me, are boring and aimless. The worst offender, in my opinion, was in 01.
Damn, I was gonna guess.
Oh, were you gonna guess that?
No, I was gonna guess Saber.
I don't remember shit about Saber. We saw that whole thing.
Yeah, which is crazy that you have that opinion, because people love Saber.
People being two, more than one, yeah, sure.
Yeah, people love
but
Saber.
In 01, that whole, like, I think about 01 a lot because it was during the pandemic. And there was that, like, gap where nothing was airing. Yeah. So I was just, like, stewing on 01. And it was unfortunate because I think the pandemic really did hinder 01's overall ending, or just how it came out. Whenever it was Thouser versus Haruto, and they were trying to get human versus Humagear, doing that contest.
Oh yeah.
Which firefighter is better? Which florist is better? That was so boring.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna send in a robot in a fire to do a firefighter's job.
Yeah.
No question.
Uh-huh.
It was just weird. Like I said, that's the worst offender. But there was some things in Geats that, like, to me, dragged down a little bit. Like I said, most Kamen Riders do, but that's fine. The overall story, I agree with you. It is better, and I do like that there were so many different characters who did have their own stories that you could root for.
Yeah.
Especially Nago. Because she felt like a full character almost throughout the whole show. And she was even able to, like, wrap that up with her dad and everything. So that felt really, really nice.
Time fire.
Yeah.
Like how you said, the writer has certain tropes and topics and discussions that they really want to push, which can be a good and a bad thing. I really like how the writer for this show has a really dense explanation for every character. Like how you said you love the character of Lopo. I like the character of Lopo, not just because of their suit form and abilities, but because of the backstory and so much of the story dense information that we got for that character in those 2 or 3 episodes that she was in, like 5 episodes that she was in. I love that for the writer, that he created such a great, well-developed character that she's coming back for the V Cinema.
No.
Or for the movie?
They came back for the summer movie that already aired. That has Haruka Kudo in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like that. The show is every writer that comes out except for Saber is improving on Kamen Rider in its own way, and I think that this is a great stepping point for if you like Kamen Rider. This is something different, but it's good. Watch Geats. But the bad always shines more than the good. So how do you feel about this?
I don't know. Weird.
It's strange, isn't it? So whenever you saw this come up, because we both freaked out about this, whenever we saw it live, what did you think about this? What was the first thing that came to your mind?
I think they're trying to make a saying like Jesus be with you or something like that.
Yes.
I mean, I get it because he's a god now.
Uh-huh.
It's just weird that Ace with us, it doesn't sound like anything.
So the Ace with us, I don't know if you've seen any Christian commercials or any Christian, like in promotional stuff. There's a thing, it's a saying, it's Jesus with us. So it transitions from Jesus with, and it takes off the JES, us. Jesus with us. And that's like the thing.
I don't know. I'm not aware of that.
So that's the first thing I saw with this. Okay. Ace with us. And I thought, oh, Jesus Christ, they're trying to do a Jesus Christ thing where they're trying to make him like a deity.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, but like God. Like a worship kind, not just like a creator.
That's what he is in this at the end of this.
A worship kind, not like a creator kind. Like the God or the God of creation. He is just God. This is strange, albeit appropriate for the story. This came out of left field. I don't know if this was heavily praised in Japan, but I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this on Twitter, which is concerning because it makes me think that people don't want to talk about it because of it might be a controversial point to the show that might divide some fans in the fan base. But I just want to say this is a good message for the story. In the story, Ace with us is nice, Vice, because of his friends. They were calling to him after they found out that he died. Isn't that right, Ace? Ace.
Yeah.
So this is good for the story aspect of it.
Yeah.
This came out of left field. I love it. Geats was good. I want all of the stuff now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy how much that can flip on me because I didn't want none of this stuff when the show first started. I thought the Revolve system was not that great. it certainly seemed interesting, but the thing was the actual mechanic of it was too ambitious. But now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, yeah, I could collect all of this stuff.
I knew while watching Dawn Brothers that I wanted the Dawn Blaster. And I knew they were going to make a memorial version of it, which was a bigger version and all that. So while Dawn Brothers was on, I was collecting gears because I was getting ready.
Yeah.
And I did. I ordered the memorial gun and everything.
Yeah.
You, during Gotchard, I can only give you advice for that because that's what's coming up. Keep an eye. I don't know. Pay attention. See if you really do want it, because then you might want to wait for the memorial stuff.
Yeah.
So just remember that. All right. Let's do peak.
You know what I realized? I didn't even do the superhero time. Fuck you mean peak? Well, I just went from that like sentence to sentence. I just realized I just didn't do superhero time.
Do it now because this is peak.
Nope. God damn you.
What?
Superhero time. This is definitely good. It's not peak. Zenkaiger is peak.
Well, blurry pictures.
The best kind of pictures.
What did you think about the end of chapter 1?
Oh, man, the end of the first arc in this anime?
Yeah.
I loved it. It brought the first arc of the show to a very satisfying, conclusive ending.
Well, we can call it a chapter because there were arcs in the chapter.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So, the chapter 1 ending, it really wrapped everything up very, very nicely. In a sense that you could end the series off here, and it could be happily ever after.
Kind of. There's some questions, but go on.
There's some questions, but overall, man, this was so good.
It was anime.
This is probably the best anime of 2022. Not to say that Jujutsu Kaisen is garbage, which it is.
Wow.
Don't watch Jujutsu Kaisen, by the way. What's coming up is garbage. This is so good in its own respect of it being Sentai and anime.
When I tried to get my friends into this,
yeah,
the easiest way to get them into tokusatsu is to call it live action anime.
Right.
And it's not far off. However, King-Ohger is straight up live action anime.
Yeah, there is no confusion.
Like shots like this, all of the up close face shots in this, because in anime that happens a lot where there's just a person just talking head and the mouth is just moving.
Yeah,
that happens in anime a lot because it saves money. It's just a static image of a face and the mouth moving, and you can do exposition. It happens here because they don't really have sets. They're using the void.
Right, the void is
so to make it look less chunky, less weird. You can get an up close face of an actor, and the background would just be blurry because that's how it would look anyway.
Right,
and it hides that you're using a big CG screen.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Which you'll see. I mean, this is a big CG screen shot right here. All of that. None of that's real. None of the stuff in the background is real.
No. So you can kind of see with black right there.
Yeah.
The green.
Yeah, you can see the green.
Although you can see it in this shot, this is strangely a great shot that you can see it. It's hidden very well. The production team on this show, even though this is the first time that they're using the void, have hidden it and integrated into the show extremely well.
By the way, it's not the actual void that Disney uses. It's like one.
It's like it, but with the set design, quote unquote.
No,
yeah, you're right. It really is designed well. With everything that they've made, this is truly this is how things will be from now on.
I could see what you're saying, and again, I'm gonna talk about the rumor for the next season at the end of this, but I think this lends itself a lot to it because doing this means they don't have to build this whole set,
right?
Where it's like a kingdom and a giant castle and everything, and I appreciate that a lot because it allows them to tell these stories, because this is definitely a big story to tell.
Yeah,
but if the next season were to go back to like a high school, I better not see a goddamn CG high school, right? So it makes sense for them to be using it here. So here's a
CG high school.
This is a good example. That's CG behind her, but it does not look bad.
Right.
She could be in this area. No song. This is real.
To that fact of like how they're saying like the void and how we're saying with the void and all that, it also lends itself as a positive way for specifically like how we talk about it's an anime. In anime, you draw the characters, the things that they're gonna use, and motion. You do not draw the backgrounds, you paint the backgrounds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You paint the backgrounds and you let the background artists do the details to draw in whatever they need to. But the animators draw the people and the set and whatever that's going to happen. Just like in this, where the focus, as if it was a goddamn drawing, is the people are there perfectly drawn and everything, but the background can be whatever paint or like however stencil it can be, which in itself is great. What is that?
Picked up that artifact while I was screen capping.
Huh.
Weird.
Anyway, I think that's a very meta way of looking at it. That's great in the fact that we love it, that it's so anime.
Yeah. And we say anime, but I hope you understand what we mean by that. I'm not going to explain it. So it's kind of explained in the show, but not explicitly. We don't really know what caused that great day.
Right. It's not
of
set.
All these cicadas. But it was Kamajim.
Right. That's the main. He doesn't say it, but he says
He
it.
literally says he's been behind everything.
Everything.
The infighting between bugs and humans.
Yeah, he doesn't say it that hey, it was me from the Wrath of the Gods, but he says it.
And I've been curious about how they get the orange thing that they eat to make them bigger.
Yeah.
And it could have been anything. It could have been anything. It could have been that thing.
What?
That he eats with his brother.
So, Kirame something?
Royal jelly?
Royal jelly? Probably.
I think it's royal jelly. Remember that? The little food that made him remember that he's his brother?
It was something on the only royal menu for a specific amount of time
that's
before he was kidnapped.
Rita found it. It could have been that. The bugs eat that and they become big or whatever.
Right.
But I appreciate, and it's sad that it ended up being like the soul gems.
Right.
Bugs that they used to do that.
Because we don't ever see the actual thing they're eating. It's always either a back shot or a lit up shot of just what they're eating. It's always the orange goo.
Well, we did see it a couple times when some of them, I forgot who it was, but the last guy, the samurai Bushido guy, he ate the 3 legendary true gods.
Yes, and that's how he got big.
Yeah. So we do know it was that, but I like that they explained like where do they get them from? Like this graveyard is that.
I fucking hate this dude.
Is he real?
That's
another question.
That's the fuck. This dude has been on my nerves since he first started. I don't know what to say about him.
I've warmed up.
This is the only nitpick about King-Ohger that I have is this dude. He annoyed me from the start. And then he died and then came back, but he's an illusion. Am I really here?
Yeah, and he is going to be in chapter 2.
I'm everywhere and nowhere, so you could just say I'm a phantom.
And they disappeared.
But they just did a DNA test on you, dog.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's funny.
It would be interesting if it got revealed what he was, but we'll see. What if he ends up being Don Kaito?
Oh, he's everywhere and nowhere. That would be cool.
Would you love it then?
Yes, I'd 180 on that immediately.
So yeah, that's really sad that they like fight each other and they eat each other to survive and all that. And it was interesting that
good editing right there. It's good editing. It's great editing right there.
At the end here, Oh, the sword's not.
Yeah, it's great editing, right?
glowing.
You see it?
Huh.
You see the great
I wonder
editing?
why they did that. So it could fall?
They totally forgot about it.
That's weird.
They missed that
I didn't
artifact.
see that. Maybe I work on this. I do like that this sort of redemption or turn of his character, Death Narok. As rushed as it was, because it did feel a little rushed, felt earned, and that was impressive to me
Right.
because he kills a lot of his people, a lot throughout the show.
Yeah, a lot. Most of the time.
He's a very angry ruler, but Gira talking to him and Jeremy talking to him and finding out that this is stuff that he had to do.
Right.
It's, I don't know, it hit harder than I thought it should have. And this is the part where she's like, wait a minute, you turned big once before.
Yeah, you turned big and you died. So what?
Yeah, because he says that anybody who eats those will eventually die.
Yeah.
Like, you turned big before, answer that shit. And then he says, whoa, you
I am everywhere and I am nowhere.
This is a cool toy to help hype for the next season.
I want that toy so bad.
You do?
I do.
Oh.
Because it's black and gold. I love black and gold.
I mean, it's navy, but yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, the product image is already up, probably on Toku Collectibles.
Looks pretty cool. Oh, I see the navy.
So yeah, this is where we find out that Death Narok had a soul.
He's kind somewhat.
Yeah, because that thing he could have eaten for the power so that he wouldn't die,
Yeah.
or just to survive. And he didn't. He chose not to.
Yeah, for 2,000 years or
Very-
longer.
Very fast boy, right there.
Blurry pictures are the best picture.
This is good. So
Oh man, this is
yeah, this is where he raises his hand almost to, and he slams the ground. He's like, no, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Um,
And you see that sort of I don't know if you'd say it, humanity side of Death Narok. He says, "Don't come near me ever again. I don't want to see you ever again."
Yeah, that's the fucking anime
Because
thing.
he knows he's gonna die. He
Well,
doesn't-
that and so that he's not tempted to.
right to eat him as to stay alive
Yeah.
a little bit longer.
Um,
I love that the story has become Jeremy's.
it's been his.
Has it though?
Yes,
I feel
since
like
the beginning he's been narrating it.
right, but
And then when he debuted, he goes, "Actually, this is my story."
that's
dog."
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That it's very like the winners of a war write the
Yeah.
narrative.
Mhm.
It seems like it was originally the King-Ohgers, but now it's just Jeremy.
That's why this is in chapters.
Right.
I enjoy that this is called King-Ohger.
Uh-huh.
Osama Sentai King-Ohger. But this first chapter, at least a lot of it, was Jeremy's story.
Yes.
And it's especially impressive because he's a sixth.
Yeah.
Sixths usually show up. They're not there from the beginning, A. And B, their narrative sort of gets lost with the other Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
But since the first episode, it has been this dude's voice narrating.
Yeah.
So that I think that's impressive because that means technically he has been here since day one.
So would you say in that fact, because we find out Kamijin has been there the whole entire time
Mm-hmm.
on both sides of the war, would you say then that this is not a story of Gira
And his brother?
and his brother Rackley's against Death Narok? This is a
No.
story about Jeremy fighting against Kamijin.
It became not a Kamijin. It became a story of Jeremy becoming a king.
Okay. Like how he said the king that would rule all.
Yeah. And this episode makes the Rackley's Gira conflict feel secondary.
Yeah, that's what I felt.
That's what this episode makes it feel.
Yeah. That's what I felt for this arc that we've been in since Spider has been introduced. And like how you said, he's been there since day one, but since Spider Kumanos has been introduced, it feels like this is definitely his story. This is definitely history. for him. Since he is narrating, this is distant future. Which I do like that aspect. This is very unique for a Sentai, like how we've been saying. And I love that they still have not debuffed him. He is still very OP.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited for this next chapter. Because what the hell is gonna happen?
Yeah, they're taking some liberties in a good way.
It's oh man, I can't wait, and we'll talk about that at the end too.
You said before it felt like Death and Rock's redemption was rushed. I agree. But like how you said, it was very earned. This seemed like the most fast-paced way to make an organic redemption of the final big bad before he dies.
Yeah.
This seemed like they must have anime writers for the show. Because I could see this happening in Naruto. This probably did happen in Naruto for some reason, for something. Like how I said before, this feels a lot like Naruto in some aspects of the show and Attack on Titan and all that. But there's a thing in Naruto that he does with big bads in the show where he does the talk no jutsu, is what the community calls it. Right before he kills or defeats the big bad of a specific arc, he talks to them. It's like a regular dude. Hey guy, it's not that bad, dude. You didn't have to be all evil. And it's always like, oh damn, dude, you're right. Oh, forgive me. And then they die or they get killed or whatever. And that's how it happened here. And I love that. That they did Jeremy did a talk no jutsu on Death and Rock. And the reveal at the end, also very cinematic. Like how you said that he's been doing this. It feels like Death and Rock, just because in my head, it feels like a sort of similar trope to Darth Vader.
I didn't say anything about Darth Vader.
No, for me.
Oh.
For me, it feels like a similar trope to Darth Vader in that he is the ruler. He had to do what he did. He kills a lot of his own people, but he is kind in the end. And then he dies.
No!
It's vague. It's vague, but it's a possible connection for me in my head. Look at this shot, okay? Look, just analyze this shot for a second. Isn't this great?
One of my favorite things about this background is the puddles of water.
Yeah.
It makes it more lived. It makes you feel more lived in. It makes you feel like those are the parts where people walk a lot, so the ground dips in, so water collects there. It's just nice thinking. And then they're gone.
I also like that while they're using the void, it's always very consistent in that whenever you move the camera, the void in the background moves. So like how you did right there, it was a big shot right there where it was a zoomed shot of both the characters, and you can see the background is huge, but in the previous shot where it's like that from a different angle, it still reads, it's a little different, but it still reads like they're actually there.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
I do like that Gira. He kind of does that thing that play school that kids do in the playground, where he kind of changed the rules of the game. He goes, no, actually, it's not who wins first. It's actually who apologizes first. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I changed the rules. It's whoever apologizes first. I'm sorry.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Gun.
No, I have a sword that deflects bullets.
Yeah. And he also kind of digs at him too. At the beginning of this when he's telling him this part, he goes, "In the beginning, you fought us." It's like, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
But it's still like that. And then Jeremy, listen to his words and so good. And then this is so. Man, I completely forgot about Kame Jim 100%.
Yeah.
So this caught me off guard. It caught us off guard. We both
we both freaked out.
Especially because the music dies. So you get that like, what's about to happen? And then boom.
Slow fade of the spear. Which, a little detail I didn't notice watching live, the spear has a UFO on it. The spear tip, that's a UFO.
It's from space. Now, he didn't say it out loud. But what bug is he?
I don't know, what is he?
Isn't one. He isn't one. I don't think he is one. That's the whole thing. He's from space this whole time.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like how Death and Rock is worms.
That's
and
why he says
things
like
are ants.
I was the one who, did this war between these two, and he's like, he says 2,000 years ago, or actually, honestly, before that even, this was his thing. And if we see in the poster of the bad guys at the end of this preview, he is not the main bad guy.
No, he's one of 5.
He's one of the generals.
Yeah.
So it looks like the main bad guy sent Kamejim to Terra to do this to for whatever reason. So I like that even though Kamejim here is a grand mastermind, he's not the grand mastermind of the next chapter.
Yeah.
And then here we see something's coming from up there.
There's
we
always
don't know what it is.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah, from space. And this is great.
Vaporized him.
Yeah, and everybody's
Straight
emotional about it.
Yeah.
And they were just trying to kill this dude not even that long ago.
Well, because he was redeemed.
Yeah.
In his last moments.
So yeah, there he is one more time, and he turns big. These are always great shots whenever everybody henches together.
Yeah.
I got that shot again, I told you.
Like how you were saying before, I don't think we mentioned the reason. So Jeremy wants to become the king of Ragnarok. That's why they're fighting in the first place, which is why Death and Rock has his redemption. He says, "You will be king of the Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You will lead us to salvation. Show them we are good. Save us." Just like Darth Vader. Anyways.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's great that Jeremy is now the king of the sixth kingdom, which is the Ragnarok / in between.
Overall, this was handled really well, I think. I would definitely recommend watching King-Ohger. I mean, Dawn Brothers, I think you have to be prepared for that. You have to get ready. You have to know what a Sentai is before you watch Dawn Brothers.
It was a little unfair.
Why?
That we got Dawn Brothers so out of nowhere, and that we're still reeling from it.
That Dawn Brothers is a highlight. It's its own thing for sure.
Highlight to that.
But I am definitely referencing Dawn Brothers because it was the one before this one.
Yeah.
It's also unlike a normal Sentai.
Right.
Just like this is unlike a normal Sentai. But I would recommend King-Ohger more than I would Dawn Brothers for sure.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Dawn Brothers is off the fucking wall.
Yeah, there's no...
If you're looking for a good drama that also has superheroes in it, check out Dawn Brothers. If you're looking for a good live action anime, check out King-Ohger.
Yeah. If you're looking for the best Sentai, go to...
Kyohger.
Zenkaiger.
No. I said it first. See, look, he's blue, navy.
Oh, yeah. He brings flowers to the burnt ash
imprint of
this guy.
Esnarok. And then, there he is again. He's alive
a phantom. He's a phantom. He's everywhere and nowhere. God damn it.
Yeah, they look up to Uchu. Which we don't know what's going on up there, but that's where our next season is going to be, or next chapter is going to be. And I did take some pictures of the episode preview, and I don't usually do that.
Look at him.
But yeah, we can see King Gira getting swallowed up. Here's the new bad guy, the new head honcho bad guy.
Like Death Stranding, he has a baby in his head.
It looks like it, right?
Yeah, that was my first thought.
Gonna be unnerving.
He said that he's the god, the creator of all insectoids.
Yeah, his head looks like a shoe god gem, a soul gem.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on with this. Pretty weird. It looks like. So I talked about this last week about they're probably gonna have to take everybody up to space.
Yeah.
In the castle because it's gonna happen to the Earth. So I was only saying that because the supporting cast was so good and everything. But to me, this looks like these guys. I'm mostly saying this because of Sebastian over there. These guys are going to be succeeding the kings.
Yeah.
These are going to be the new kings of these countries.
Because
Kuroto is also wearing those robes.
Yeah.
So it looks like if they're not going to be full-on kings, they're going to be kings temporarily, while the core team of King-Ohgers goes to space.
Mm-hmm.
So that looks cool. That looks interesting.
Did they, with King-Ohger, they said, what could we do? We have this new technology, void-like. Why don't we just go to space? Look at that. Let's just go to space, guys.
Yeah.
If we can make the floor and the walls whatever we want.
Yeah.
Just go to space.
So I thought it was very good, very impressive. End of chapter 1 for King-Ohger. And I did sort of, I've kind of called it where I was saying the first couple episodes felt like a movie.
Yeah.
Well, now they did it. The first half of this show is its own thing.
Right.
So it's just that speaks a lot to the pacing and the writing of the show, the characters, everything. It all felt really well. So for chapter 2, we're going to space, and I mentioned a poster. And at the very top of this poster is some real peak.
Oh my god!
So we see the generals that are coming in. We see our main team again down here. But at the very top, we see a very familiar face. And this has been the rumor for a while, but now we see October. We're getting King back in a Sentai show.
Yeah.
I'm extremely hyped for it. I'm ready. Give me the memorial gun. Give me the memorial mech. Whatever you're giving me, give it to me. Yeah, let's go.
So I understand the connection.
10 years later.
10 years later with this and with King-Ohger and Kyoryuger.
Mm-hmm.
Also, his name is King.
Yeah.
That helps a lot for this. It's a 10 years later, so they gotta do it. It's just natural. I think it's great that they're doing this, and I love it. Even though I haven't seen Kyoryuger. It's a little bit the direction that they went in this, where they could have also, since they're going to space, the only space Sentai that we have is Q-Ranger.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see them here in space also with them. But for story reasons and for like a more connective, King-Ohger, King royalty sort of thing, King is great for this connective tissue. I just would have liked to, I still would like, I hope Q-Ranger has a little cameo or something in this.
A reference or something?
Yeah.
Sure, they could. I mean, one of the big things about Q-Ranger, whenever it does reference or come back to other Sentai, they do usually say they're from another galaxy.
Yeah.
So, which could mean anything. But yeah, like we'll see. That Earth, that planet behind them could be Earth.
So I'm looking at it right now. That looks like Africa.
Maybe.
It looks like straight up like Africa.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a Japanese Earth that isn't focusing on Japan on it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah, I'm hyped. I think everything they're doing so far in Sentai is great. Give me King-Ohger. Give me Kyoryuger. Super Shoto.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to me yesterday. I'm very, very hyped. And the bad guys look cool. Sure. I'm here. I'm ready.
I also love this transition from their own internal Terra problems to now it's a galactic force threat coming to Terra, and now they have to fight back in their own way for it, which they have always apparently have had the ability to, but now that they need to, they will. this also, that sort of thing, that transitionary thing, reminds me of Dragon Ball, where Dragon Ball was Journey to the West. It was very, this is the people, this is Red Rocket, this is all on Earth.
Red Ribbon.
The Red Ribbon. This is Red Ribbon fighting Son Goku, Journey to the West, obviously. And this is all grounded in reality, or folktale. And it has some stuff in it, but this is Earth. Dragon Ball Z, Psych, they're actually, Goku's actually from space.
Yeah.
Here's the space monkeys coming from the space. And now the rest of the show is about
everything.
About everything in space. And they're actually aliens the entire time. I love that, because that makes it even more of an analogy, like this is an anime. Just straight up.
So let me give you a quick rundown of what the rumor for the next Sentai is. In my opinion, it is too early, so I'm not taking any of this to heart. And they do this every year.
We're only halfway.
That's what I'm saying. It's way too early to be talking about this.
Yeah.
And they do it all the time. But then, by the way, there goes Kama Jim. He's back. It might be even not be him. It might be like his species or something.
Could be, yeah.
But the rumor for the next Sentai, why I was like teasing it earlier. Some rumors, BF5 for your consideration, grain of salt as per usual. This comes from Dukemon on Ranger Board. Oni, which we know what Oni is. It's a demon ogre, you know, the Oni sister.
Yeah.
On Mayuji, which in English can translate to diviner or exorcist or sometimes sorcerer.
Whoa.
And then they continue to say, I do think a more mystical motif makes sense for next year. While King-Ohger has fantasy elements to it, the power sets are all technological. Would also track for Sentai 2024 to utilize Japanese mythicism mythology, with Gotchard going the alchemist route. So,
oh, wow, yeah.
I don't know ever if there's like synergy between Sentai and Kamen Rider for their gimmicks or themes.
Not usually.
But that's what they're suggesting. I think if it is like Onis, ogres, or diviners, sorcerers, exorcists, or stuff like that,
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
I think that would be great, because they could say they're warriors of light, right? They're warriors of light to block out the darkness. So the Sentai that was after Kyoryuger was Tokuger. Trains.
Yeah.
Imagination. And Tokuger's main red, the red guy. So his name is Light. So they can do the same thing.
Yeah.
Next year they bring in Light because his name is Light.
Yeah.
And they're warriors of light. I think that would be hilarious. And they just keep doing it where the theme motif of the current season is based on the name of the red character in the 10-year before season. I would not get tired of that. I would love it, because we get to see some Sentai come back. But yeah, I think that also, I mean, it makes sense the way I'm saying it. Light, Warriors of Light. His name's Light. Let's do it.
Bring him back. If only in name.
That's why King's here.
Yeah, if only in name. I saw something, like how you said that, similar to that, where like it alludes to the next one, that where they could do that. Kamen Rider has also, if unintentionally, been doing that as well. I saw a picture on Twitter with Saber alluding to Revice, because Saber's bookshop, the background, you know, where he goes into his back room, like right after his desk, it's a spa opening. It's a spa opening for like how Iki has his. In Revice, to go for Geats. Damn, I'm drawing a blank. I only remember that one, I guess.
But this is more.
I'll find it.
This is more blatant because it's 10 years before.
Yes.
And it's way more. It's not as forward thinking. It's more back thinking, which I think is funnier. But yeah, let's get ready for more King-Ohger, my favorite Sentai. I'm ready for whatever they're throwing at us. And I'm excited for next week.
Oh, man. Oh, also a time skip. I don't know if we said that.
Yeah, 2 years later.
2 years later, dude. Time skip. Naruto has just come back to the village. Sasuke has left and is still at large. Oh, man, I'm super excited about this. I don't know if it really tracks about how excited I am. Just because of the way I'm talking about it, but I really want this. I really want King-Ohger to become my new favorite. And it'll have that potential with this, such a dramatic shift in narrative. And I hope it blows out of the park. And that it's super well done. Because, like how we said with Geats' ability and like the way that they did the show, it was very ambitious how they did it. And it sort of didn't play off like how we really wanted it to. This is incredibly ambitious, and I really hope that this plays off perfectly.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say to wrap up the show.
Let's see if I can find this thing of connective tissue. I probably won't. It doesn't matter.
Tell you what, if you find it, we can link it down in the description if you want to find out what he's talking about.
Hey.
Thank you everybody for listening. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. I want to hear your opinions. I'm Super Blastex. You can find me everywhere as Super Blastex, except for TikTok, where I am the Super Blastex. Twitter Super Blastex, YouTube Super Blastex, and that's Super Blast EX. Thanks for listening.
I've been Toku Tony, everywhere as Toku Tony except for Twitter. On Twitter, I am Tony Toku because that guy won't give his username on his dead account. You can find me everywhere. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle as Toku Tony. Like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to everyone I said. Thank you for all the support. And we'll see you all later.
Bye-bye.